You've spent years in the corporate world dealing with complex regulatory affairs. How did that strict analytical background shape the way you look at the Singapore property market today?
So I have been in the regulatory affair industry since 2015. So that was about maybe 10 over years ago. So one thing I learned from that industry is like to never assume and to also always look for data. Because in that kind of industry, like everything needs to be substantiated, all the claims need to be substantiated, and then, all the risks need to be verified and mitigated before we move forward, right? So I apply that in my real estate now. So meaning that, for me, I always look at data, maybe URA data, demand, supply, population, even the land bid price, as also maybe break-even price. So once I have all the data, right, then I will then strictly follow the data to advise my clients. So instead of assuming, like, what a lot of people tend to do. So I was also genuinely surprised when I entered the industry. I was surprised by how emotion-driven this industry was. Like, people are still buying based on hype or, promises by the developer, or even just like, feel, and all. But for me, I bring data before into transaction. So if the data makes sense, then, I will tell my client, okay, let's proceed with this. So I think the key point here is to not assume and also to represent your client as best as you can, because that's what we did in the regulatory affairs last time as well.